though in front of me here, there are only 5 candidates and rest are online available. I hope. I can't see you. So in a way, I'm not getting the feel that full class is in front of me. Welcome to all of you and congratulations to all of you for clearing this very, very tough mains exam of UPSC, and all the best wishes to all of you for clearing this exam. Now today's session is, I hope, should be a small session. It's like DAF 2, Detailed Application Form 2, which you need to fill by maybe 2-3 days before, 2-3 days later, till 24th. So today it is 21st. So these forms, and particularly your pages 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think they are important, and you need to be very, very clear about these things, items which are mentioned there. But I don't mind if you want to ask anything on other pages, and that will take later on. So firstly, we come to page 3. And page 3, it is please give particulars at the university, state, national level in respect of. Column number 7, item number 7, and under which there are 4 subheads, A, B, C, and D. So this title, main title, is actually applicable to all the 4s, that is A, B, C, and D, as far as possible. So now, like, first is prizes, medals, scholarships, etc. So I think I need not tell you, but you should not write vague things when it is specifically mentioned. So that performance or that medal or scholarship or prize should be of the level of university or state or nation level. So now, like, I have one form which is filled in front of me. It's mentioned Junior Research Fellowship 1, Medhavi Vidyarthi Purushottam Scholarship by MP Government. So in my opinion, both are okay. And wherever you have little doubt whether you should fill or not, I would say it's preferable to fill, as long as you are not unnecessarily trying to enhance your biodata or trying to impress with which you are clear that it is not of that level. But if you have any doubt, then I don't think there is any problem if you indicate it and you are not 100% clear about it. Now, second one, now I have just read about one candidate. You will have different things, whatever you have. So we'll mention all that. I need not do so much on this because every candidate is able to fill it. I've seen it every year. There are no major queries on this. Now, next column is sports and NCC, etc. So NCC means whether it is A certificate, B certificate, C certificate, any level. You are free to write, and please write. Sports also, if at these 3 levels, if you have some performances or some achievements, I would say, so please do that. Now, like, if you have participated at university level, and it's acceptable. May not be that you have won that prize at university level, but you have participated, please mention. Don't hesitate. Next is now positions of distinction, leadership held in school/college. Now this gives you enough scope to mention whatever you want to say. But yes, the issue is distinction and leadership, whether it is school stage or college stage. So you can mention, no problem. Last of all is most important, and most tricky. That is other extra curricular activities and interests such as hobbies, etc. Now let me add, for 3 years, UPSC was even extending this particular further, saying other extracurricular activities and interests such as hobbies, for example, dancing, painting, and music. Now try to get the feel. Dancing is where sky is the limit. It could be up international level, it could be, you can keep on doing whole of your life and still you have not reached the sky. Likewise, it's painting. So there's no limit to which extent you can reach. And again, if it's music, so it is like that only. So they try to make it particular. They don't write useless things. Try to pick up new issues. I know watching birds could be an interest. Watching fishes could be an interest. But it's very rare that while you are going for this exam, you will have such a hobby, such an interest so deep in your mind, and you would have done so much on this, you would have got the opportunity to do so much on this. Just a joke, I tell you. Once 2 students came in front of me and we were already sitting in that room, 5, 6, 7 students, candidates and me. They opened the door without taking permission and they said, "Sir, we are in a great hurry. Can you help us? And we'll take just 2 minutes." I said, "Okay, now," because everybody was disturbed. So I said, "Better it is to." So then what this one gentleman asked me, "Sir, I have filled my hobby attending marriages." Now I said, "Okay, other than that, no, nothing." And I said, "What about my friend, second one?" He said, "Same." So before I go a little further, they tell me, "Sir, we'll be able to explain that." Now our question is very simple. If both of you go to one board, one after the other, then how do we deal? So if you feel you can befool the boards like that by filling such like things and becoming so smart and so clever, then you know your future. So what I'm trying to say is that in this particular column, if you don't have any hobby, please don't fill anything. Now, yesterday, one candidate came to me with a village background. And surprisingly, in first attempt, he is in interview. And he has a weaker section, economically weaker section background. His father is a farmer and he has done graduation in humanities. And then maybe 2-3 years, he struggled just to fill the belly of his parents and family, 3-4 years. Then he decided, because his grandfather used to say, "You can become an IAS." And he prepared and he reached. So then he was asking me, not very happily, "Sir, I don't have a hobby, what do I do?" I said, "Yeah, it's not a crime. Your profile clearly says that. How can you have a hobby? Then I asked him, "Okay, now, did you have any interest?" Frankly, he told me, "Sir, I still, when go back to my village, I play kancha." I said, "No, not possible." She says, "No, sir. Still there is a group. We join together. Even at this age, we play kancha, we play gulli danda, and we play kabaddi." So I said, "Don't hide it. Don't write kancha and all, but you can mention that rural sports are my interest, and like kho is there. Don't mention gulli danda also, because it is also an obsolete kind of thing. Had you not been participating in kho, I would have told that you write gulli danda, no problem." So what I said, you can make a mention. That's your interest. Though you have not achieved and there are no achievements, but it touches your heart. You still like to do that. Then day before a boy came. He told me, sir, frankly speaking, yes, he is already in Indian Audit Account Service. Firstly, he got Indian Railway Traffic Service. Then he got into, no, sorry, yes. And next he became Indian Defense Account Service. And thirdly, he became Indian Audit Account Service Officer. I need not explain all that, how to deal with that why he left IRTS and why he went to this defense accounts, and then why he came to Indian Audit Accounts and all that, and now why he's trying for IAS and IPS. That's a different issue. But he also told me he comes from, let me tell you, Ganganagar village, a village of Ganganagar district of Rajasthan. So he tells me, sir, I don't have any specific interest, which I should term as hobby. But yes, I am fond of and I am practicing, rather I can't live without it, that is running. And I can see from his physique. I said, you're right, running, that's all. What's wrong in it? You have not made achievements, it's okay. But you want to, because what they say, other extracurricular activities and interests, such as hobbies, preferably which has become your hobby. Hobby doesn't mean achievement. Hobby doesn't mean prizes. Hobby means which touches your heart, without which you can't sleep a single day. Maybe reading book, maybe, watching TV, maybe running, maybe yoga, maybe anything, So I think on this I have explained, and I'll proceed to page number 4 now. Page number 4, you have, yes, you want to fill cadre, choice of your cadre. And if you want to fill it for Indian Administrative Service, right? So you can clearly see there are 6 zones. And in each zone, there are different states, cadres. Now, like in first zone, Agmut, Haryana, Himachal, Punjab, Rajasthan, and Uttarakhand. Likewise, in zone 2, Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha, and Uttar Pradesh. 3, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. 4, Assam, Manipur, Nagaland, Sikkim, Tripura, West Bengal. And 5, Andhra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. So all 5 southern states in one zone, that is zone 5. Sorry, zone 5, yeah, zone 5. So, and clearly it is mentioned, indicate below order of preference for zone and state cadre within zones for which you would like to be considered for allotment in case you are selected for Indian Administrative Services. No change in preferences of zones and cadres once submitted by a candidate would be permitted. So now this is what they have clearly indicated. Now, what I would suggest is that firstly try to understand these cadres. Zones you can very well understand. You come from one of the zones. So I need not explain on that, which zone is what. But yes, about cadres, sometimes you are not clear. So very briefly and very fast, I will try to cover. Now, zone 1. Zone 1, I feel, if you are interested in a very big state to serve in, and where rural and such like things are also there, then in this zone, Rajasthan is that zone, that cadre, which is comparatively a peaceful cadre, but there is enough opportunity to work and it could be considered. Then next to that, on those lines, happens to be Haryana and Punjab. Next to that, on those lines, could be Himachal and Uttarakhand. Now, Agmut is a very specific cadre. In my opinion, that could be taken at first preference also, because Agmut encompasses a number of states, and biggest among those is Delhi. So once you opt for it, then most likely around 25 years of service, you are likely to win Delhi. Now, what are the advantages and disadvantages of being in service, being in Delhi? You know, but let me little explain from my side also. Delhi has all the challenges which you can look for in any state, in any complicated state. Delhi has all the attractions which you can think of anywhere in India. Delhi, you have all good educational schools for your children, best schools, best education, etc., etc. Then these are few advantages. Besides that, in Agmut, you have very good states like Arunachal Pradesh, like you have Mizoram, like you have Goa, like you have Andaman Nicobar. I need not make mention of Chandigarh and small states. So all these are part of Agmut, and they are all very interesting, very interesting. So it encompasses a number of states, number of situations, number of challenges, number of opportunities. Yes, the most peaceful states and one who wants to live in nature always are Himachal Pradesh, and next to that is Uttarakhand. If one is interested to be in a state where maybe it's a small state, but yes, rural life is there, urban life is there, and distances are not there, very long distances are also not there. So then Haryana and Punjab could also be the choice. So you can make choice as per your choice, as per your own interests and as per your own understanding, I would say. Now zone 2. Zone 2 has Bihar, Jharkhand, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. Now, amongst these 4 states, in a considered manner, I would say, biggest state is Uttar Pradesh as of now. And as the graph is going now, there is enough to contribute because development process is on and serious efforts are being made to take this state forward. Financially, as well as development wise, as well as education wise. So all challenges, opportunities, etc., tourism, whatnot. So one is this. And second is on the same line, Bihar. Bihar is picking up, but yes, at a much lower pace. And Bihar also is a vast state. It has more challenges than UP, than Uttar Pradesh. And Bihar also needs officers who would like to contribute, who would like to take this state forward further. Orissa again is a very good state where there is enough scope for development still left. And it's a peaceful state. There is not much of Naxalism or something of that sort. It's all finished now. And people are also very good, quite deserving at their financial level. They are almost at the bottom. Quite deserving societies there. So this is also a good state. Jharkhand, since it is part of Bihar, carved out, it's a new state. So it has almost all the challenges because even Naxalism is still not gone. Development is still required. Capital Ranchi is still to be managed and improved on every aspect, education, health, etc., etc. So I would say all these states, as I understand, are like this. So there could be different considerations for different persons. Now, if someone comes from Bihar, so maybe he would like to choose Bihar as number 1 and Jharkhand as number 2. No problem, because he is most conversant with these states. A person coming from UP would like to give UP as first state and then number accordingly. If someone is coming from East, Bihar, Orissa and all that, so he may like to give Orissa as the higher level preference. Now next comes to zone 3. As I am not able to see those who are online, if they have any comments, they can intervene right now. If they are not able to, if I am not audible, if they want something in more detail, please. Shailendra, can you help them?
Hi, sir. So may I?
Yes, go ahead, Yogesh. Yogesh, go ahead.
So what are some of the challenges associated with picking mountain states, Himachal and Uttarakhand?
Okay, friend, I'll pick up all your questions later on, but I just wanted to confirm that I am audible, you are able to listen, and not like I'm talking to a small class and nobody is able to listen to me outside. So online things are okay with you, as I understand. Am
Yes,
I right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We are able to listen.
Okay, thank you. So now I come to zone 3, and zone 3 is Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. So biggest state happens to be Maharashtra. Maharashtra has all big challenges. Maharashtra has cosmopolitan city like Mumbai, which has a budget of so many states alone, Mumbai. So it also is a different state. Sometimes from challenges wise, it comes at the top in the country, like Uttar Pradesh. But yes, choice could be yours. Because when challenges are more, complications are more, and you are put to test better. Then next state, bigger state is Madhya Pradesh, which has grown well, which is growing well, which is comfortable, where you can work better, peaceful environment is there. So if your priority is to work on development agenda peacefully, then this happens to be a very good state. Then Gujarat, just similar as Madhya Pradesh, little ahead of Madhya Pradesh, where I recently visited Gujarat, and administratively and governance wise, they are doing wonderfully well, wonderfully well. If you go into the details from online, if you have some information. So Gujarat is doing very well. Then next happens to be Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh is similar to Jharkhand. It has been carved out from Madhya Pradesh, and it also has all challenges that Jharkhand has. So I need not repeat. Next, zone 4, Assam, Meghalaya. Assam, Meghalaya is one. Manipur is another. Now, previously it used to be Manipur, Tripura. So now Manipur is one state and Tripura is another state. So Assam, Meghalaya happens to be one state, one cadre. So Manipur, then Nagaland, then Sikkim, then Tripura, then West Bengal. So out of all, goes without saying that West Bengal happens to be the largest state, maximum challenges, and financial growth also still required to be done. Being adjacent to West Bengal, it has different challenges also, and needs to be picked up carefully. For the last 8-10 years, the administrators there or the IS working there also, because they can't go anywhere, so they are feeling that they have to work there. Generally, it's not a choice, it's not a state which is chosen by those who are not from that state or from nearby. I'm not saying with any biases, but situation is like that. Now, if you want to come out for interstate transfer, government will not permit. Government will not let you move out. And so it's a different kind of state. But I would say that with regimes, the situation of the state also changes. But that is the present state only. But it is the biggest state in this zone 4. Then next comes Assam Meghalaya. It's a good cadre, very good cadre. Meghalaya is a good state and Assam is a vast state. So that could be considered. Then Manipur, Nagaland, Sikkim and Tripura. All are very small states and most peaceful is Sikkim, but it is the smallest one, 4 or 5 districts only. So if you want to relax, then it is the best state. Now like Tripura still has some challenges and growth is required. And this new government, they are trying to make efforts. Otherwise, financially very down it was before. And yes, but it is also as small as Sikkim. So it's a small state. You should be careful. Then Manipur is slightly bigger state and better. So I would say in this zone, West Bengal the biggest one. Choice could be whether one chooses West Bengal first out of this zone or Assam Meghalaya first or any smaller state. I have nothing to say. And then Assam Meghalaya, what appears to me to be quite balanced cadre comparatively in this zone. But yes, it's a big state. If we want to face challenges and if we want to contribute the best and test ourselves best, then better go to West Bengal. And then Manipur, then Sikkim, Tripura, and Nagaland. Nagaland slightly bigger than Sikkim and Tripura, and now growing up better. Now circumstances there are also more peaceful. Challenges are there, but still not considered to be a favorable state. But I would say one should go there and one should work there without fear. In my opinion, probably it appears to me to be better than Sikkim and Tripura, being as per the size of the state and as per the possibilities to contribute there. But here I have given my personal remark. I don't mean that you should agree with me. You can go as per your wishes. Even otherwise, don't take my advice anywhere. I'm just trying to analyze. Then next comes zone 5. Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. So amongst these states, generally, Karnataka is considered to be comparatively more peaceful and people also soft, comparatively more soft. Then Andhra Pradesh, and yes, governance-wise, Tamil Nadu state is well-governed state and good possibility to work, nothing to feel worried about. Then Telangana has maximum and best challenges out of these 5 states presently. Telangana, and yes, with the regime things change. Right now, as people report from there, the new your incumbents, those who join there, they don't feel very good and comfortable there in Telangana. I just make a mention because I have that information. But yes, those who belong to that part, they can always face all that. It could only be for outsiders. And Kerala again has a very specific way of dealing with things. So normally out of these 5 states, generally Kerala happens to be at the last. Up till now, whatever my experience is from outsiders. People belonging to these southern states and belonging to Kerala, I'm not saying anything about that. Nothing to be worried about, nothing to be afraid of. But yes, the way things work there and the way administration works there, probably I have not seen people preferring that state, not in my knowledge, out of these 5 states, Kerala being preferred. But my experience of going to that state and seeing that state and meeting those people is all good. I have enough experience. So I would say now, secondly, let's go to the next page, that is 5, about police service. So I'll be a little more quick. Agmut to me appears to be the best as far as challenges are concerned, learning is concerned, and not comparable to any other state. But yes, otherwise all these things are as they were. Sometimes you people are fed in some way or the other that there is commissionerate system, there is commissionerate system. So we should choose those states because powers are more there, powers are more there. In my opinion, it's not as much material. Because one who has to work and give the results to the people and perform, then whatever powers are left as superintendent of police, as senior superintendent of police, that's not less than the required. So that should not be the overriding criteria. If your choice is of the state, I think that's more important than that commissionerate system. But still, it's again my personal opinion. You can go as you feel, and you can discuss with others also. But otherwise, Agmut happens to be the best, and second, Rajasthan, because it's a vast state, and then Haryana, Punjab, and then Himachal and Uttarakhand from police point of view. Next, I second Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, and Uttar Pradesh. So Uttar Pradesh being the biggest state, enough challenges are there, enough opportunities are there. Bihar becomes the second one. Jharkhand for those who want to perform in police service and do something outstanding and want to have best challenges, then Jharkhand is a very good state. Orissa is normal, nothing to be worried about. It's a vast state. So I would say Bihar, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, they are all states alike. I mean, some differences. But yes, I would say that wherever I'm not mentioning anything specifically in this police state, in this police service, you can take it like they are also like administrative service. You can consider about these states. Then next, Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. So as I said before, most complicated, most challenging, Maharashtra, next Chhattisgarh, Gujarat, very safe, very peaceful, Madhya Pradesh also like that. And then I go to zone 4. So there, again, as I said before, most critical and challenging is West Bengal. And next to that, presently in policing, I think things have changed now. So Assam, Meghalaya is comparatively better smooth now, better peaceful now. Nagaland and Manipur are alike. Sikkim is extremely peaceful, and Tripura is also peaceful. Next come to zone 5, Andhra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Telangana. So here I would say Telangana Naxalism still is there. So there that challenge is bigger than all these other states. And Kerala is also a tough state because there the governance is, different. So except for these two states, I would say again third, if you ask me, difficult state police comparatively is Tamil Nadu. But Andhra and Karnataka, they are definitely okay, much better. So I close here also. And now next to it, come to page 6. Page 6 is now services. Now the services listed here are 19. They used to be 2 years before 24. So from 24 last year, they became 21. Now they are 19. Mainly one service which has taken away 3 services is Railway Management Service. It may jump in next time, which and comprises of Railway Traffic Service, Railway Police, Railway Account Service, and Railway Personnel Service. So IRPS, IRTS, IRAS. Now that these three services are gone, so 19 plus 3, they become 22. Then Pondicherry Police Service is gone. And there was one more service of Railway Headquarters Service. So these are the services which have been taken out, which were amongst the 24 last time, previously. So now about 19, if we have to discuss. First, my suggestion is that please look to your interest also. And especially to police service. But let me assure you, each one is fit to perform as police officer. The training is so good, they make you as strong as required to perform in a police service. But the nature of police service is quite different to other services. I don't want to extend my dialogue on this, but yes, you please look to your inside that would you be, and again, now police service doesn't mean just have a rod in your hand and rush after a dacoit. It's not the situation. Situation is you have to use mind. But yes, one thing is very certain. In police service, most of it is investigations, and investigations. From there, you can't escape. So that is one specific big area where you have to perform for most of your, service. So this aspect you should have in mind, and the glamour of uniform or the pride of uniform, of course is there, but it can't be everything. But yes, few aspects in public service are just incomparable. It is only the police service in which you can directly give justice to someone without taking orders from anyone. You know, if you feel that yes, he or she should be punished, you can do it. There are so many ways. So it is only one service where you have not to analyze this thing, that thing. You have to be careful. I'm not saying that, but yes, it is a service which can perform much better than other services. And about other services, I would say that administrative service and foreign service, these two services have no match. The spectrum, the canvas that administrative service has, no other service can have that. And presently, as the globe is shrinking and the importance of India is enhancing day by day in the globe, the requirement of more efficient, more capable officers in foreign service is also increasing day by day. So foreign service also is becoming more and more important and more useful. And in comparison to other countries, we have quite less number of Indian foreign service officers. So that way they have to command much larger areas, much larger responsibilities. Then comes to Indian Audit and Account Service. Indian Audit and Account Service, you have promotions faster, and of course you are not under the pressure of these politicians, etc., or under anybody, and it's a respectable service. But yes, action taking responsibility rests with the Parliament. So you can work as much as you like, and it's a good service, I would say. Indian Civil Account Service is a specific service. Indian Corporate law service again is a specific area service. Indian Defense Account Service again is like that. Indian Defense Estate Service. It is one service which is a small service with a smaller spectrum or smaller canvas, but it is similar to administrative service, and it's a enjoyable service. You feel very good in this. I have not seen people having any problem in performing this service. It's a less challenges are there, but yes, you can enjoy the life in this service, and it is like that. Not many challenges. Then comes the Indian Information Service. It's a good service, I would say, and you get enough opportunity to contribute innovatively, and you can use your technological background very well now, much better now. Then Indian Postal Service, also a specific service. Indian Postal Telecommunication Accounts and Finance Service is a specific service, a specific area. Indian Railway Protection Service, Protection Force, yeah, RPF. My opinion about this service is very good. This is similar to police service. This is uniform service and has enough opportunity to contribute to railways. Railways has the largest network, and railways is the biggest department. So people don't know much about it, but yes, life-wise also it provides you a good life and enough opportunity to contribute. And with the help of uniform, yes, you can perform better that way. Then you get enough facilities like good housing, good traveling, so many things are there. Such support staff is there, even for a residence. This is the only service where you can even engage staff at your home officially. So, but yes, I would say it's a good service. It is the only service left out now, out of railway services in this 19 list of 19. Then next comes your Indian Revenue Service, Custom and Excise, Central Excise. So this was always a good service. This will remain a good service. This is a good service because bread and butter is the most important for the government, and they are bad earners. And now gradually, as I've seen, people feel this is becoming more important than income tax service. At this point of time, saying this should be enough. And income tax service also, I feel, is a very good service because enough scope is there to expand. Only 2% of the total population gives taxes, and above 10 lakhs, only few lakhs are giving taxes, showing their income. So our country is still to pick up, and the more these services are able to contribute, the country will grow better. I always think in terms of country, not in terms of individuals. Some individuals started saying, oh, it's faceless now. So what is there we have to do? So what is that you wanted to do when it was not faceless? It reflects very badly on bureaucrats, that if it has become faceless, means you are trying to do the best justice to everybody, not that permitting your staff and making money and all that. So I think things are improving, and those who understand the time and those who are technologically better and have the real zeal to work, there will always be time to contribute in these services. Still, our country requires much better officers in income tax service. Then Indian Trade Service. Yes, it is better. It was service before also, now also it's a Group 1 service, Group A service. Armed Forces Headquarters. This, of course, is not considered to be an important service. This is the preference is filled at the last for this service. And Pondicherry Civil Service also, because it is like Pondix, so only limited to Pondicherry. So this also would matter for those who belong to that area, Tamil Nadu or Pondicherry and all that. But yes, I would like to highlight about these two services, that is Dynix and Dynips. These services we should understand very well. Dynix is the Delhi, Andaman, Nicobar Islands, Lakshadweep, Daman, Diu, Dadra, Nagar Haveli civil services. Now, this service is just similar to IS, and like IS with Union Territory Cadre, UT Cadre, Agmut Cadre. It is just similar to that. The difference is that in this service, this is a B group service. So now, like in IS, one would reach up to the level of secretary. One would reach up to the level of maybe cabinet secretary, only one person, of course. But in this service, maybe maximum you will reach up to joint secretary, or if you are a very good officer, then additional secretary. So your range becomes comparatively limited. But nature of service is that for which you are longing always, for which you prefer to get into these services, though you are a good engineer, though you are a good doctor, though, because visible and otherwise also. In field, administration is one thing which attracts your attention generally. And this is that service where you are able to perform in the field and really give justice to the people. Yes, of course, maybe an IS would stay on as district collector for 7 years, 8 years, generally, not more than that. But for your case, you may stay there for 12 years, 15 years, because next promotion is not so easy for you. As SDM, they may stay only for 2 years, but you may stay for 7 years as SDM. So it depends, that are you interested in nature of service, or are you interested in jumping from one level to other? But let me share my experience with you. In 2008, I visited Academy of Dynix in Delhi, the training institute. There I met 5 persons of that year, and I got introduction of them. So I was surprised to know that all the 6 officers of that batch, they had not opted for revenue service and other A group services, except for IPS and IFS and IAS, and they opted for this service. I can quote certain examples also. And they said, no, what is administration? Administration is not desk work. So if in other services, practically we are doing only desk work, so that doesn't satisfy us so much. So they all were leaving A group services, and recently also met me few more people. So whether it is Dynix or Dynips, again, Dynips is just parallel to IPS. So they have their own, these services have their own importance and their own role, I would say. They have a different role, like IS and IPS has. I'm not doing any conversing for Dynix or Dynips, but since people don't know, so later on, repentance should not be there. So I just try to explain a little bit about this. So I think in few words, I have tried to say about these 4 pages or 5 pages. So now, if you have some questions, I would welcome to answer if I can. Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Sir, I have a question, sir. Sir, my name is Shvangi.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So my question is in the area of particulars about extracurricular. So the first point is prizes, medals, or scholarships. So there I have 2 things. First is that I was selected for India-Japan Youth and Student Exchange Program, Genesis. Second is I won the Albert Barrow All India Creative Writing Competition in category 1, rank 1.
So your question is whether you should mention it or not.
Basically, yes. I don't want to mention all Albert Barrow essay writing competition, the creative writing competition, because I want to prepare less and in depth. Whatever my areas are, I want to prepare them really well and not extend it too much that I get started worrying कि कितना scope बढ़ा दिया है मैंने. But I have asked to other persons also. They have said कि no, it is a good thing you should mention. So I want your considered opinion. Like, what should I mention? Because Indo-Japan is better. And when I see it, Indo-Japan student exchange program is better. But should I mention both or one?
You are in examination, not me.
Yes, sir.
Decision has to be taken by you, right? And
Yes.
I would only say, just forget whether it will benefit to you or not. Just
Okay.
ask to yourself.
Hmm.
Do these things have any special interest for you? Do these things have special concern in you? So that if they discuss with you, they understand that yes, these are your interest areas. If it is like only showing a medal, only showing a certificate and forgetting about it, then also you are free to write both. Don't look it from their point of view. Just look it from your point of view, that whether you would like, is it something which you should write there or not. If you feel, yes, I should write, I've done something and I took a lot of interest, and if still they ask me, yes, I can answer questions, you can do that. So have confidence and do whatever you feel like. Don't worry.
Sir, may I ask a question, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Sir, I recently found out that I have mild color blindness, sir.
Okay.
Now, sir, some people told me that you should fill IPS and let them disqualify you. But sir, other opinion is that just whatever technical services, just mark 99, and if they ask you in the interview, say that you have color blindness. So which option should I prefer, sir?
See, in any case, you are not going to get these services.
Yes, sir.
So now it's up to you whether if you have certificate with you, if you know it pretty well, and this is one big reason that you are not opting for these services. Without any fear and without any hesitation, you can forget about these services. But in case you feel that there is some doubt, because you said mild color blindness.
Yes, sir.
So now that mild color blindness, I can't analyze.
Sir, I looked up the notification, sir, and I tried to figure out. They said like even if you have small bits, like even if there is very narrow spectrum colorblind, even then you're disqualified.
Then I would say preferably it will be better for you, because you are becoming outrightly truthful.
Yes, sir.
And when you face the interview, you will have a better face and better courage. Then why did you not fill it? It's okay, because you should not get it even otherwise in your own interest and in the interest of service also. So why confuse others and why remain confused yourself?
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Hello. Good afternoon, sir.
Good
Sir,
afternoon.
where can we write our professional achievements, something that we have achieved in our company while working?
I couldn't clearly listen to your question. Please repeat and be a little more clear.
Sir, am I audible now?
Yeah.
Sir, where can we write our professional achievements? Something that, some awards or something that we have got while working.
Where can you mention your awards?
Yes, sir, because when you mentioned regarding prizes and medals and scholarships, you specifically mentioned up to the university or the national level. But
or above that,
okay, so I can safely mention my professional achievements in that section.
But do you grade them of the level of state or nation?
Sir, nation I cannot say, but I
State,
can definitely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do it. Please do it. Don't leave anything unwritten. If you feel it is something important for you, and they may like to discuss with you on this. I would like to point out here, actually these whatever you write here, they also give them tips to discuss further on this, because there could be some expert sitting on the same issue, or maybe he has worked much better on this. So you have to be prepared also for this.
Yes, sir. And I can play in my strength area as well.
Sorry?
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Okay, Harshal Mahajan is next. Harshal.
Excuse me, sir. So I want to
Yes. Please.
Hello.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
Yeah,
Harshal,
Shivangi, do
you are
want to
next.
go first?
sir.
Harshal.
Okay, fine. All right. So I wanted to ask, I am currently pursuing postgraduate qualification, but I do not have any certificate, or I just have my ID card and my to prove that right now. And we do not have completed any examinations, concrete examinations for till yet. So should I, if I write that, then do I have to submit any documentary proof for that?
So have you not appeared for any exam up till now in this?
I have appeared for an exam, but they have not, it is a form of quiz. It is not, the semester has not ended yet.
How much period now you have continued in this particular course?
About 5 months.
If it is less than 6 months, forget about it.
All right.
Okay, Vijay Raghav.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, please.
Sir, where can we write about the NSS, National Service Scheme? Is it the sports and NCC also include the NSS?
Good, you reminded me. Probably previously, if you look to the form, earlier form, do you have somebody? Last year's form? Do they write there, NSS? I think there's no harm if you indicate about NSS, because a number of students had been indicating about NSS, and I'm not very sure that in the earlier forms were they mentioning NCC and NSS or oblique NSS. But still, if you do that, it will be liked, not disliked. Okay.
Okay, sir, actually I was an NSS volunteer in my college life. So I wanted to write that volunteer stuff.
See, my friend, you have to be fully prepared. What was that activity? How much did you continue? And why did you like it? Then what did you gather out of that? What did you really benefit out of that? You
Okay.
know, how do you compare with it with NCC? You know, so you have to prove that you know about NSS and you performed in NSS.
Okay, sir. And sir, there is one more question. I have a professional interest in computer vision and
Right.
graphics. Hello.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir. I understood that. I have one more question. Hello. 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 Shit.
Excuse me, sir. Excuse me.
Yeah, please.
Sir, I wanted to know about attestation form, which we have to fill with the Department of Personnel and Training. It is still up till the interview, the closing of the interview dates, personality test dates.
Okay. Okay, so what's the question, Shivangi?
So I wanted to know about attestation form. The notification which has come with the mains result, it says that the candidates have also to fill a attestation form up till the closing date of personality test.
Okay.
That's how I read it. So what is this form?
No, have you received that form?
No, sir, not yet, sir.
They give you later. And then you fill it.
Okay, so as of now, I don't have to fill it till 24th of March.
Just 1 minute. Please speak out. So one girl candidate is mentioning that it is mentioned that you will receive this form after the start of interviews and you have to submit before the close of interviews. So
Yes,
you
closing
need
date.
not worry for this. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm already in service and I've done my FC and my training. So in those days, I participated in a few events, extracurricular activities, but haven't got a certificate for that. Other than that, I do not have major extracurricular activities and achievements. Can I mention those activities despite not having a certificate for it?
Like, can you mention what are those?
Like participating in India Day or participating at cultural function or being an anchor in Women's Day, Women's Day at some sort of a function. But other than that, I don't have any other proper extracurricular activity certificate.
Forget about it, because they don't count the number and they are really not so much interested to know that in how many activities you have participated. They are only trying to understand your personality in the sense, wherever you focused, whatever you did, how well you did. And they are not concerned what you did not do. They are not concerned with that.
Okay, sir. But sir, then I am leaving sports also as blank. So would it look bad if I leave both extracurricular and sports blank?
Sports, what did you say?
I'm leaving the sports section as blank.
Because you never participated in any sports.
And not at any significant level, sir.
Doesn't matter. But you have this column, last one D, where you have interests and hobbies, such as hobbies. Other extracurricular activities and interests such as hobbies.
Yes, sir.
So there you can have, I have interest in this game, I have interest in this game, indoor game, outdoor game. You can mention something about there, but not at the in the above.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And but that should be genuine. That should be genuine, and you should be prepared with that.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Hello, good evening, sir. Kunal here.
Good evening.
Sir, do we have to upload certificates for each and every thing that we have mentioned in support of it?
Yeah, I have not gone into those technicalities. Whatever is form, what do you say? कर सकते हैं, ये करना है. No, but now his question is कि करना चाहिए नहीं करना चाहिए. आप कर रहे हैं नहीं. So see, my friend, I have few friends here. They are of the opinion that you should enclose, because later on also they can ask you about those certificates. So if you do something little more than exactly they are asking for, there is no harm. So please attach. It always makes it more complete. Right?
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir.
Hi, sir. Can I ask a question?
Raman.
Yeah, sure. Yes, please.
Raman, please go ahead. Raman. Okay, Devrat, you can go ahead. Raman is not coming in. Devrat.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, I have a query regarding our home state. There was an option given to us in the first page itself, in which we can select our home state. So, sir, I have a query regarding two states. The first state is Jharkhand, where I was born, and the second is Bihar, where I was brought up. I did my 10th and 12th from there, and currently I'm residing in Bihar. So, sir, would it be wise to opt for Jharkhand?
See, which is your home state technically?
Sir, there is an option given to us.
What do they accept? Which state they accept from you as your home state? Is it Jharkhand or is it Bihar?
Sir, as per the gazette that I've read regarding this exam, there was no option of what are the key points regarding deciding our home state. So that is why I'm confused a bit.
I think you can take liberty. but preferably I would say you write Bihar,
Okay, sir.
because you have studied there, you have been there, you are now there. So just by taking birth in Jharkhand, why worry about Jharkhand? Because then you'll be able to, you'll be in a position to explain better about Bihar than Jharkhand.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Vijay Raghav.
Hello, sir. Sir, I
Yes.
was asking that I have a professional interest in computer vision and graphics. This is a course which I did in my college life. So I have
Okay.
done some internships and projects over it, but I have not pursued it afterwards. So should I write it as an interest in the D option?
Sure,
That
sure, indicate, so that they can ask you some questions, they can go to little depth of it, and if you are able to impress them, this will help you to have better marks.
and should I even write the internships or something, or just the basic?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because
Okay, thank you.
Any further questions from any of the candidates? Any further questions from any of the candidates?
Sandeep,
Yes, sir.
don't provoke them.
Sir,
If
I
they
have
are-
a doubt.
because they are
Okay.
they are going to come in front of me in DAF discussion. So
Yes, sir. So nice, sir.
It is only the stage where they have to fill the form, and generally all are quite competent to fill the form as
Hello.
they like. Yes. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Good
Sir,
evening.
sir, actually, I have a doubt in the service preference between audit and accounts and IRS. So, sir, can you suggest me the pros and cons related to the same, sir?
Revenue service means income tax and custom, or both, or one?
Sir, both IRS comparing to audit and accounts, and between those two IRSs.
I just explained to you a little. See, in audit accounts, you are not coming across the people in general,
Sir.
and you are dealing with departments, and you are doing pure desk work. But yes, you get more respect, more regard. You can keep yourself most honest, and your promotions are faster, and respect regard wise, I think this service is respected well. And if I talk about income tax and custom excise, there you come across people. You are able to converse with them, you are able to discuss with them. Then maybe there you can contribute little bit in policy making also. I think you are getting my point, because
Yes, sir.
increasing, enhancing tax and all that. So there you can contribute on those aspects also. But promotions are faster in audit account service. So decision has to be taken by you. Generally, the choice is for Indian Revenue Services and not for Indian Audit Account Service. I'll be frank on this.
And sir, between customs, GST, and income tax.
See, custom service, you should understand little better. See, in this service, you are coming across all big companies, all big customers. You are dealing with custom, excise, airports, and so on. Whereas income tax, you are dealing with each individual to the company level. And probably it's a matter of choice. I haven't even come across persons who left police service after 4 months training in police academy, and coming back to custom excise and enjoying customs, and he's a doctor. So how to say that with certainty? It depends upon, and there is an opinion that there's nobody who can pressurize you. In custom service, complete independence is there with you. Now, some person was telling me that Chief Minister called me thrice, but it's my own liberty whether I am oblige him or not. So these services also have their own good points. But take decision yourself, my friend.
Okay, okay, sir. So thanks a lot. Thank
Okay. Chalein, Sandeep ji, shall we close now?
Yes, sir. Dhanyavad, sir.
Thank you
We
very
can
much
close
for
the
all
session, sir.
those who are online. And Sandeep ji, can you tell me how many were there online? Do you have some guess?
Sir, I'll give you the figure, sir.
Okay, no problem. Give me just guess. Okay. And okay, now let me tell you, all of you, those who are in front of me, that one of my friend whose name is Tarun Avasthi, and I'll ask Sandeep ji to announce his mobile number. He will be assisting me to provide you slots for DAF discussion, detailed application form discussion. He will be giving slots to you, time slots to you, and Sandeep ji can announce that his mobile number, and accordingly I'll try to help you the best. And I feel it would be quite useful to you. But yes, you should see that when is your interview, so much before that you should get the slot. Sandeep ji, can you announce?
Yes, sir. Tarun Avasthi's telephone number is 9555 304 840. I'll repeat that again. 9555 304 840.
So thank you everybody online, and few friends are in front of me offline. Now I'll take up with them. अभिषेक इसको क्लोज कर दें बिल्कुल
धन्यवाद सर.